Have you ever imagined if there were a magical wand that, with just a wave, could instantly identify narcissists before they had the chance to cause harm in your life? Like a magical spotlight exposing dark corners, revealing their true nature. Surprisingly, you don't need magic or any high-tech detection device. With just one simple question, you can unmask a narcissist in as little as 5 seconds. Join me as we uncover this secret. In this podcast episode, I'll reveal that magical question, how to spot alarming red flags, and more importantly, the steps you need to take once you've identified a narcissist. First, to strip away the narcissist's mask, you need to understand their motives for forming relationships and the ways they manipulate you. Step into the inner world of a narcissist for a moment. What do you see? Not the radiant confidence they project, but a dense shadow of insecurity and emptiness. Like a dilapidated mansion, the exterior might seem grand and majestic, but inside like a pile of shattered self-esteem. It's this fragility and weakness that turns them into predators hungry for attention. They are like cornered animals, always ready to attack to defend themselves and their fragile egos. But don't worry too much. These predators are actually quite predictable. Put yourself in their shoes. When hunger consumes you, what would you do? You wouldn't waste time seeking friendship or genuine connection. Every sense would focus solely on finding food, the one thing that ensures your survival. Narcissists are the same. In every meeting, every event, they don't care about building genuine relationships. They're evaluating, probing, what can this person give me? Who can I easily manipulate? Love, empathy, all these are meaningless compared to their insatiable need for admiration and ego gratification. So, what do narcissists crave? Not love, nor understanding. The one thing they seek is narcissistic supply, the fuel that feeds their enormous ego and sustains their illusions about themselves. This fuel can come from praise, pity, strong emotional reactions, or even the power to control others. Imagine narcissistic supply as a unique currency. It's the only thing of value in a narcissist world, the measure of their existence. Like a car needs gas to run, they need this fuel to maintain their fragile ego and mask their inner emptiness. Every interaction is a sniff test to determine if someone is a potential gold mine. They won't hesitate to test your boundaries, monopolizing your time, demanding attention and draining your energy. If you easily release this precious currency, you'll quickly become a prime target for their exploitation. So, how do you break free from this toxic cycle? It's time to change the game. Instead of trying to change them, a near impossible task, focus on exposing the true nature of narcissists. Only then can you free your mind from chaos and pain. Are you ready? Let's uncover 5 scenarios to expose narcissists so you can recognize them from the very first signs. Scenario 1. When they test your boundaries. How they react to the limits you set will reveal their true nature. That's when their perfect mask falls, exposing a selfish, callous, and manipulative person. They're like vultures, circling to exploit and trample others, only to later blame their victims. Simply observing how they respond to your boundaries can reveal whether you're dealing with a true predator. For instance, they might casually ask about your plans for the day as a way of probing. If you mention you're free, they may immediately make a move, inviting you to a sudden event, asking for a last-minute favor. If you say you plan to spend time alone, they'll likely try to bend that boundary by subtly demanding your attention and energy. how to pass their boundary tests. Be firm and decisive. If they try to push past your limits, smile and respond calmly. I'm afraid I don't have time for that. With this short reply, you clearly signal that you're not easily controlled. Then, observe their reaction for 5 seconds. A normal person will respect your decision. However, a narcissist won't give up so easily. Within those 5 seconds, they'll shift tactics, escalating with provocative comments or playing the poor me card to manipulate you. They'll increase the pressure to see if you'll stick to your decision. For example, they might say, "But I already planned this for you. It'd be such a shame to miss it." When faced with such pressure, maintain a friendly tone and repeat your answer. "I understand, but I can't participate." The more they test you, the more you must hold your ground. If they interrupt your conversation with someone else, gently remind them, "I'm in the middle of a discussion," and resume talking. If they disturb you while you're focused, firmly say, "I'm a bit busy right now." Don't hesitate to show that you're protecting your boundaries. Avoid getting stuck in discomfort. Narcissists often exploit others' awkwardness to achieve their goals. If they forget their wallet during a payment, calmly suggest a bank transfer. If they try to use emotions to pull you into their drama, stay neutral. For instance, if they complain or have an outburst to draw you in, respond with, "I'm confident you'll figure out a solution." This approach denies them the emotional currency they seek while still being polite. It's like refusing to pay for their manipulations. You reject their emotional control. Scenario 2. When you challenge their lies. Encountering a narcissist can feel like stepping into a theatrical performance of deceit and pretense. They are masters of crafting captivating stories to mask their true selves, employing everything from blatant lies to subtle distortions to manipulate and control others. Meanwhile, a normal person relies on truth to build trust and maintain genuine relationships. When you confront a narcissist's lies, don't expect a sincere apology. They rarely admit fault. Instead, they'll resort to denial or psychological manipulation to protect their fragile ego. A normal person, when caught lying, is more likely to admit fault, explain their reasoning, and try to repair the relationship. If you expose their lies, ask a question like, "Can you explain why your story doesn't match the facts?" For a narcissist, this question shatters the carefully constructed facade they've built and forces them to face a reality they've been avoiding. While a normal person might feel embarrassed or apologetic and try to provide a reasonable explanation or genuine apology, a narcissist reaction will be starkly different. They may become angry, using aggression to intimidate or frighten you. Alternatively, they might deny everything, twisting the story to paint you as the liar. They could also use psychological tactics to make you doubt yourself with statements like, "I never said that," "You're remembering it wrong," or "You're blowing this way out of proportion." In contrast, a normal person may initially deny out of embarrassment, but when confronted with evidence, they'll typically admit their mistake and work to resolve the issue. When dealing with such situations, it's crucial to remain calm and composed. Don't get swept up in their excuses or blame shifting, and don't waver under their psychological tricks. Quietly observe them, as if you're listening to a familiar song, so you don't lose your focus. The biggest difference between a narcissist and a normal person lies in their response to being exposed. Narcissists see it as a power struggle, while normal people see it as an opportunity for understanding and strengthening the relationship. Stay firm, don't apologize, don't over-explain, and always protect your boundaries. Your steadfastness is your strongest weapon for dealing with both narcissists and normal people. Alright, now you're confident in setting boundaries and spotting lies, but what about the third scenario? Scenario 3, when you refuse to tolerate toxic behaviour. Narcissists are like spoiled children who never grew up, constantly craving attention and demanding everything go their way. They are accustomed to acting without opposition, finding joy in manipulating and controlling others to reinforce their fragile egos. According to psychologists, narcissists often lack true empathy and view relationships as a game they must win by overpowering others mentally. If you're exhausted by their toxic behavior, it's time to change the approach and rewrite the rules. Instead of pleading, arguing, or becoming defensive, experts recommend posing sharp yet calm questions that force them to confront their behavior. Examples include, well, do you expect me to prioritize your needs over mine, even when it hurts me? Do you think it's acceptable to speak to me like that? These questions not only help you regain control, but also expose the irrationality of their actions. A normal person might feel remorse and try to correct their behavior upon hearing such questions. However, a narcissist will usually respond with defiance, viewing your questions as an attack and feeling insulted. This often leads to defensive justifications, criticism, or even personal attacks. Objectively observe their reactions. If they continue to blame, criticize, or show no remorse, it's a clear sign you're dealing with a narcissist. Dr. Ramani Doravasula, a clinical psychologist and renowned expert on narcissism, emphasizes the importance of staying calm and not letting them drag you into an emotional whirlwind. Instead, decode their behavior as a neutral observer, refusing to let them dictate your emotions. Narcissists excel at psychological manipulation. They may use silence, cold stares, or arrogant attitudes to undermine your confidence and make you doubt yourself. Don't fall into this trap. Remember, their goal is to destabilize and control you. Instead of reacting immediately, hold your ground like a calm poker player waiting for their opponent to reveal their hand. Respond with short, assertive statements that are not emotionally charged, such as, "I don't agree with that. My stance hasn't changed." Battling a narcissist isn't easy. It demands patience, awareness, and courage. Psychologists suggest setting clear boundaries and even adopting a no-contact policy, if necessary, to escape the toxic cycle. Most importantly, prioritize your mental health. Once you understand their nature and behaviors, you'll realize their power only exists if you allow it. With insight and determination, you can reclaim your freedom and peace of mind. Scenario 4. When a narcissist is drawn to your empathy. Your ability to love and empathize is a precious gift, but it's also what attracts narcissists the most. They crave the warmth, sincerity, and compassion that radiate from you, qualities they permanently lack and can never truly possess. To them, you're not just a person of value, but a mirror reflecting their inner emptiness. Your presence, with all the light and joy you bring, acts as a dazzling beacon that also highlights the deep darkness within them. Narcissists don't love you. They love what you represent, an endless source of energy to exploit, a mirror to glorify their fragile egos, and a vessel to control in order to fill the void in their souls. They perceive your empathy and compassion as weaknesses, a doorway they can use to manipulate and dominate you. They exploit your gentleness to serve their selfish purposes, draining your energy and zest for life, reducing your energy and zest for life reducing you to tool for their selfish purposes. Ironically, they deeply envy the very qualities they despise. They resent your ability to love unconditionally, feel simple joys, and embrace life fully. Inside they scream, "Why do you have what I can never achieve? You don't deserve to live freely and happily while I can't." Your existence becomes an unrelenting reminder of their deficiencies, and instead of learning or trying to improve, they choose to drag you down, turning your light into darkness and stealing your joy and vitality. It's a tragic paradox. The empathy they scorn as weakness is the very magnet that draws them to you. They yearn to possess the goodness you exude, but refuse to acknowledge it. This yearning quickly turns into destruction as they try to harm you as a way to soothe their seething envy. You become a victim of a toxic cycle. The narcissist is drawn to you for the qualities they lack, only to make those qualities their target for destruction. The sad truth is that narcissists are never satisfied. No matter how much harm they inflict, the emptiness within them cannot be filled by controlling or taking from others. Therefore, the most important thing you can do is protect your light, set clear boundaries, and recognize that your compassion is not a weakness but a strength. Don't let them define your worth, because you are you, and that's something a narcissist can never achieve. Scenario 5. When a narcissist exploits your trust. The respect and trust you extend to a narcissist, ironically, become their ticket into your life. Like cunning foxes, they sense promising prey from afar, and once they identify you as someone who values, trusts, and even admires them, you instantly become a prime qualities on their list. This doesn't mean you're weak or inadequate, rather, it's your positive qualities, your respect, trust, and kindness, that they seek to exploit. But admiration and trust are only the first steps in their plan. Narcissists are never content. They always want more, demanding endlessly. Like ravenous leeches, they'll methodically probe every aspect of your life to see what they can extract from you. Money, sex, status, beneficial social connections, or even just constant admiration, anything that satisfies their grandiose ego and self-indulgent lifestyle is fair game in their eyes. The sad reality is that they don't truly care about who you are as a person. They don't see value in your essence, emotions, or soul. To them, you're not a person with unique feelings and worth. You're a resource to be exploited. The more you have to give, be it material, emotional, or mental support, the more appealing you are to them. Once they feel they've drained you dry, they'll move on, leaving you exhausted and deeply hurt. It's a harsh truth, but it's the nature of narcissists. They don't know love, compassion, or appreciation for others' kindness. Instead, they use your goodness, innocence, and generosity as tools to achieve their selfish goals. So stay vigilant and wise. Don't let your admiration, kindness, or trust become tools for a narcissist's manipulation. Always ask yourself, is this relationship truly fair? Are they reciprocating my feelings sincerely? More importantly, set clear boundaries and protect yourself from their toxic psychological games. Your self-respect and inner strength are your best shields against becoming prey in a narcissist's greedy cycle. So now you have a simple yet highly effective tool to identify a narcissist in just 5 seconds. Remember, setting boundaries and observing their reactions not only helps you recognize them, but also protects you from manipulation. Someone who respects you will accept your response, while a narcissist will do everything they can to push you to your limits. Always trust your instincts. Stand your ground and don't hesitate to say no when necessary. you deserve love and respect in every relationship. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content to help you build a freer and stronger life. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.